Hey fam, I'm a medium, and today I'm going to give you fun facts about God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. But if this is the first time you're seeing my mug, you need to head back to the intro. Figure out why we're here, figure out if you want to be here. Is So Startup Part 1? Do the work, and meet us back here when you caught up. For everyone else, this is part 72. All right, guys, we need to talk. I guess I've been a little bit confused. I thought God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, for some reason, were like separate entities but one. Like, I always thought like they were somehow combined. So I don't know if any of you thought that, but they are definitely three separate entities. And I will explain that. So, first of all, God is their creator. How is He going to create the Holy Spirit and then put it inside of Him? Or create Jesus and put it inside of Him? Like, He created them to be separate. All right, first off, I believe that we've already discussed this. God, or who I would call Source, is the creator of all souls. He is who you would refer to as Source because he's source of all living souls. Now, before he created a soul, he created the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit gives life to the soul. So, therefore, as I've said in the past, the Holy Spirit runs through every single one of us. We're all connected because Source created all of us. The Holy Spirit runs through all of us. As we discussed in other videos, sometimes people lose their soul because they become a lost soul, or sometimes they lose their soul because they have a hand in maliciously taking someone's life. We've went over this in the past. We're not going to keep diving into it in every video, but the Holy Spirit is only within those who own their own soul. Once you become a lost soul, once you do that action that causes that, the Holy Spirit within a 10-day span will detach from that individual and will not be within that soul anymore. Basically, that soul has lost its life. And once that body is, like I said, only your body dies. So once that body dies, that soul doesn't reincarnate. It just stays lost because there's no Holy Spirit within it. As well as if you lose your soul to the devil, the Holy Spirit within those 10 days, also it's 10 days, will also detach from that soul. That soul will lose the life of that soul, and the only thing keeping that soul going is that body. And once that body passes, the devil will collect them. So, Source is the only one that can recreate life. Like I have said this before, he's the only one that can create souls. Therefore, if the Holy Spirit is taken from within you, you no longer can reproduce. Now, I don't want you guys to look at every woman that or man that is infertile and just assume that they don't have the Holy Spirit within them. That is untrue. Actually, if let's say a man decides he doesn't want to come down here and have a child in this lifetime, well, then he will be infertile. Even if he prays to God to have a child, God can't go against his plan that he doesn't remember at that moment. But we each pick our plan, how we want our life to go. And if you choose that you don't want a child in this lifetime, even when you get down here and you forget that and pray for a child, God can't go against what you wanted. And so therefore you'll be infertile. Women can also be infertile because they chose in this lifetime to not have children. And of course, God is going to keep that wish for them, respect it, and not overturn it because they don't remember what they want. But their higher self did not want to have children in this lifetime. So don't go around judging people. Like, that will actually cause you really, really bad karma. You're not the judge. But yes, if you become a lost soul or you lose your soul to the devil, you cannot have children because only God can create life, not the devil, obviously. And your soul has to have the Holy Spirit within it to be connected to God. And of course, when the Holy Spirit has left you, you no longer have guidance from the light. So if you had guides, they fall away. If you had angels, they fall away. If you had any spiritual gifts, even if they were active, they fall away because those are all gifts from God or connected to God, and you no longer have God within you, so you no longer have that light. Okay, let's talk about Jesus. Jesus is God's son that he created. For example, I was created by my mom and my dad for this lifetime, okay? God chose the purest heart at that time on earth, which was the Virgin Mary. God then impregnated spiritually the Virgin Mary. That's why she became pregnant as a virgin. It is God's child. Jesus was created to reign over heaven. He came down here in a human body just like us, experienced life just like us, and as you know, he had it very hard. He was born divine. Divine is what I now am. So, for example, when you were born, you're a soul being born onto earth to try to spiritually grow, to collect your gifts, to get the extra requirements to become divine. And then obviously those 7 gifts, even if you didn't become divine, would get you into heaven. So God's son, Jesus, was already born divine. He was already born an angel on earth and connected. I only wish that you guys could see, feel, or I can explain how different it is to be a soul versus an angel connected with the light. Nothing can explain it. It's amazing though. So one thing that I know is people's true intentions and true feelings, and I can read their energies, and if they have any discord toward me or ill feelings or ill will, I know it. So when Jesus was actually betrayed by his own people, he already knew. He already knew before they even did anything cross toward him. By Jesus being divine, he was spiritually protected as I am. He had archangels his whole life protecting him, 3 to be exact. One of his archangels is actually one of my archangels. He also got to know who wished death upon him. The same as when someone wishes death upon me, I am notified by source. Okay, quick side note for Mother Mary. She doesn't want to be called Virgin Mary. She wants to be called Mother Mary. I told her I'd let you guys know. Okay, so if the Holy Spirit runs through all of us, the Holy Spirit will never come down here. The Holy Spirit's never been down here. Jesus is the only one that's come down here and lived our life, has had a twin flame, has had soulmate, has had everything that we had and got all his 7 gifts all within one life. Okay, this is now part A. Head to part B.